Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is going into the Fight Against Depression series, so yeah. Although I'm not going to dwell too much on the specifics, this is going to be more of a general mental health advice, like just trying to move forward. A couple of things I want to point out before we start this video. I am exhausted. I've not slept in a couple of days. That's why I look tired, because I am. Secondly, my hair's not greasy, I'm wearing oil. Beard oil. When I have too much on my hands, I rub it in my hair. Makes my hair nice and soft. So I'm not greasy, and I'm exhausted. So yeah. So first thing I want to talk about was creative outlets. Trying to find a creative outlet. It can work wonders in many ways. It has for me. Like when I was bored at work a few years ago, one of my colleagues taught me how to make origami cranes and different origami creatures. And whenever we had some downtime at work, that's what I did. But lately, I've been playing my guitar a lot more. I'm getting a lot better. Creative outlets can come in many ways, like making these videos. This is creative, right? I've got to edit the videos, make them look nice. Although I don't really edit these too much. What else? Yeah, I like to do impressions too. Yeah, I do a lot of impressions. It's fun whenever I'm bored, sometimes it's fun or even helpful just to put your it, start randomly speaking in a different voice. Sometimes it pulls words out of your mind and it puts it into perspective. Like, oh, is that? Why is that? Ah, okay. It just helps relieve a bit of tension in you. Like like if you make it sounds strange talking to yourself, but do it. Try it. It's funny. I do it all the time. Like you pick a voice and you pick two voices normally, or more if you can. You make them have a conversation. It is it is funny. Like if you're on your own a lot, or even with friends, it can be funny. If you get them in on it, it's like get them to pick a voice. And you can just improvise. That's fun. It's a fun way to blow off steam. You can do it on your own. Like shall I give you an example? The voices might not be great, but it don't matter. It's just fun. Try it. I'll try it. I'll show you. Let's see. What voice? Now I put myself on the spot. I don't know which voice to pick. There's so many voices. You could pick a voice like this. You could try it and pick another voice like David Attenborough. Blue. You could pick a voice. You can make a voice. You can look up a voice and try and copy that voice. It takes some practice to get someone closer than others. Like Zoink Scoob. It's like way better than Scooby Snake Man. There's so many voices you can do. I love doing impressions. I absolutely love doing them. And I'm gonna start putting them into my content because it's fun. It cheers people up. I know it does. Because I do it in public sometimes. So I randomly go up to a stranger, do a voice, start laughing. It's fun. Um, so yeah, creative outlets. It helps blow some steam. It can help uncover things how you feel. Like really let your emotions be. Like feel your emotions. I like singing. Singing. You don't need no to sing. Um, you make up words. You can listen. Just sing. Find some songs. Sing along. Whatever feels right at the time. Even if it feels depressing, like or sad, the music that you want to listen to, be in that moment. Enjoy being that emotion. It's like let yourself feel what you have to feel. There's no running from it. If you can either feel it now, or you can do what I did, bottle it all up. 10 years later, it comes back out as deep-seated aggression, uh, and depression, and anxiety, then a few other insecurities and addictions, and so yeah. If you got emotion, if you feel something that you should express, I strongly suggest you express that emotion. Um, Now, if it's that emotion often comes out in destructive ways, like if you get angry, for example, I get angry. I get angry a lot, and it got to a point where I was starting to lash out at the people I cared about, and that was a turning point for my anger. Like I started really like, why am I so angry all the time? Like, why am I so angry? I mean, that came about short after my depression. Well, during my depression, after I did what I did, um, and you know, but, like the guitar, it don't matter what, it don't matter how good or bad you are. You just pick it up, and whatever notes come out, come out. Like, and what even better if you can put words to them, like sing some lyrics. Like, I don't know. I've been dabbling with something like this. Sorry, it's a bit. Yeah. I found my heart, I found my love, I found my soulmate to improve. I want to be the best of me. I want to see the best of you. It's like dabbling in a love song. Like you, you put out into the universe what you want to attract. Um, and I've been through so much and so a lot through my life. About and for me, I finally got to a point where I can just say goodbye to all that, and it's not. It hasn't been easy. It's been the most incredibly difficult thing I've ever done is fight depression and my mental health. And I'm not fully healed. It's going to be a lifelong journey, and I'm not perfect. No one's perfect, and of course I'm going to make mistakes. But the thing is, I learned that when I make a mistake, it's okay. It doesn't matter. If people make fun of you for making a mistake, that just means they're insecure about their own self-esteem and their own ability to do said things. It. I don't want to like. I've been there, done that now. Like I've done the work. I've put in the effort, and I'm gonna keep putting in the effort, and I'm gonna keep doing the work on myself. But and because I've done so much hard work on myself, just working through my trauma or anything from my past and anything and everything, I've spent weeks on months and even years trying to work on certain things. And I'm gonna spend. There's still a few things I'm gonna spend probably the next 5, 10 years working on. But I'm not gonna let my past hold me back from doing what I want to do in my life. I want to like I've done survival mode for 22 years. Now I'm gonna start living my life. I want like I've seen the lows of life. Now I'm going to see the highs of life because it's a matter of perspective. And it's only you can only reach this perspective if you put in the effort. And I'm afraid it's not easy. Like I say, it's the hardest things I've ever done, and it nearly cost me my life many times. And uh, well, it cost me my life, nearly cost me my life many times because I tried bottling it up. I just tried suppressing it, but you've really got to just get out there and really put yourself into your own self to feel the emotions that you need to feel. You That's why I suggest a creative outlet, because it it helps attune your mind to like really notice what's going on inside. If you feel numb inside, that's because your emotions are so suppressed that you feel nothing anymore. Or it was in my case, and I'm sure it probably will be in many of your cases. But trying to find a creative outlet, it helps you find the emotions that you need to express, that think of your emotions as like living creatures, like, I don't know, a plant or a pet. They need attention, they need nurturing, it needs expressing, the emotions need to be expressed. And if that comes out in creative ways, the more creative ways the better, right? Like, so if you're angry a lot, um, playing a song, don't worry if it, don't worry if you mess them. I can barely play guitar, right? I've spent years trying to learn this guitar, and that's the only reason it sounds so nice because I've got a Kappa one. Like, it took me a long time to learn. It spent many hours of practice. But at the very start, there's videos. I think at the beginning of this channel, if you scroll all the way to the bottom of my channel, in fact, I'll make a short. I'll link it somewhere. Me playing guitar, failing miserably, trying to learn a song, and I've got right at the start of my channel. There's a video of me playing something like this, and it sounded terrible. But I've put the hours in. I've practiced like on myself. It So if you, that's why I suggest you try and pick. Well, I'm sure you know what you like to do, what you're good at better than anybody else. And even if you're not at first, it doesn't matter. Everybody got to start somewhere. Not one person has got a talent without at least a bit of practice. And if they do, then they're probably showing other ways if they live the life on talent alone. Pure talent without putting any effort in at all. They never learn anything. But if you're down and you walk the life that I have, just depressed and what have you, it you can use this as a turning point in your life, like impressions or singing or writing. Write a story, and after you write it, read the story to yourself a few times even, and put yourself in the perspective. Try and think about how the characters you wrote about would feel in them situations you wrote about. Or you could write a letter to your future self or your past self, how you feel, like how much are you grateful, how much you've endured. Any version, like even last week, even yesterday's version of yourself is still a past version. And a future version could be as soon as tomorrow, or this afternoon even. A past version could even be an hour ago. Are you grateful for yourself that you're still going, even though it's hard and awful and terrible at the minute? Aren't you grateful for yourself that you've endured this long? Aren't you grateful that if you've endured this long, just think how much you can keep. Like, I know you might be tired, and that's what I burnt myself out, and that's ultimately what led to a few of my other issues. But it's okay to take the time to rest as well. Be blame if you're exhausted. Try to find the time to rest. Try and if you've got the options or abilities to, or the time to rest, like lie in your bed for a couple of hours, just, you don't even have to sleep, just lie down for an hour, close your eyes, and just let your mind wander. It might not always be pleasant subjects your mind wanders to, but when they do go to an unpleasant subject, you should probably hear it out regardless and make your uh, conclusion after you've listened to the full narrative of the random thought. Because it might show you like one of your fears that you're not aware of. It might show you why something you're not, a repressed trauma or something that you've forgotten about that might be holding you back from essentially a better life. And you've, like I say, it's not even arrogance or for me sitting here talking about this now in such a light, because I've done the time, I've put the effort in, and I know you can too. You have done, because if you've made it this far and you're seeing this, you really want to. You're trying to change. You're trying to improve yourself, and that is the most wondrous thing there is. Trying to better yourself, to improve yourself, to go forward in life. There isn't a better, more noble cause than growing and helping yourself. So, hopefully, one day you get to a place where you can feel happy and comfortable and safe to give others, to show others a better way, to help others to see that it can get better in the end, but it does take time, it does take effort, and it takes a hell of a lot of hard work. And there's no reward without effort. Everything has a price. It's like, you know, I don't want the likes or the views. I don't care about the monetary gain from these videos. I'm not bothered. This is for helping people. But for inevitably, you watching this video is costing you your time. But hopefully this is time well spent. I'm sorry if I'm wasting your time, but hopefully this is resonating or helping you in some way. Because, like I said, all I want to do is help. I'm not in this for the gains. This is my creative outlet. This is helping me already. Trying to help others is helping me now. It's helping me move on in life. But I've only got, like I said, I've only got to this point through the hard work, through the tears, through the heartache, through the pain. And if you've endured this long, just think, if you can endure a bit longer, if you can go a bit deeper, if you can get to the bottom of it and endure just a little bit longer, and you can really process what you've suppressed now, pushed down, or what's still rattling around in your head, once you really process it and address it, it loses its weight. It becomes much easier. It becomes lighter. Your life becomes, you start having to endure life. You start being able to live life. Now, like I said, there's steps. It's all baby steps. You don't go from overnight from being depressed and down to being happy and gleeful. It doesn't happen. It takes time, and it takes as much time as you need. There's no rush. There's no rush in life. There's no rush for anything. Because let's face it, if you're depressed or down or other mental health issues, it's I thought I was going to say about that. We'll move on. But creative outlets, impressions, voices, make up random stories. Like, hey Patrick, what do you want to do today, Patrick?
I don't know. SpongeBob, what do you want to do today?
I don't know. Make burgers, I suppose. It doesn't have to be outright hilarious. It just have fun. Just express yourself. Dance. Be free. Express yourself in any way you want to express yourself. As long as it's not harming yourself or others. Do what you want. Like, there is no limit to your creative outlets. Create anything. You can create anything. You can. And if you have no idea, you really have no idea where to start looking for creative inspiration. Like, if you really feel like you're just no interest in anything, I strongly suggest taking a walk. Try and find a. Go on Google, go on Maps, and type in your local area, and have a look around and try and find some either a nature walk or some trees, a field, a pond, a reservoir, a lake, a stream. There's bound to be somewhere. You might have to walk 15 minutes, 20 minutes to get to that bit, but once you get there, and then you keep walking a bit further, just being in the fresh air, it helps clear your mind. And that's not the only way to clear your mind. There's things you can do inside, like having a long bath, having a long warm bath, and just being. Scroll for a bit. I do. I make a bath, I scroll for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, then I put my phone down. I often have a cup of coffee with me in the bath, and then I just lie there for 10 minutes and then get washed. I often get a washing shower on the morning anyway, but a bath in an evening, it helps relax you, it helps clear your mind. There's But like I said, and if you don't have any interest in anything right now, but you want to do something, just start cleaning. Clean, clean yourself. Like, um, it, have you brushed your teeth today? Have you had a wash today? Have you eaten a decent meal today? Something healthy today? Have you drank some water today? Have you, I don't know, brushed your hair today? Like, there's, and if you have no interest in anything, what's the harm in doing it anyway? If you want to do something, just if it needs doing, get it done. If you have no interest, if it needs doing, just like nah, get it done. Then it's done, and then it's done. But once it's done, it's done. You get to it frees you up. Internally, it frees you up a bit. Like if you clean your environment, because your environment is a reflection of can be a reflection of your inner self. So if your environment's clean and you're clean, it gives the space for your mind to be clean, so you can really express yourself. And if you've got a clean environment, it helps you move. You got more room to move. You can walk around more. You can move more. You can be more creative. Just free flowing. It's free. Dance, move, be anything. Be what you want. Like I said, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else, it doesn't matter. Do what you want. Blow in a bottle. Make that wind noise. You can just do random things. You'll find talents, little things that you can do that most people can't. Like, I don't know if that. I can crack my knuckles constantly. Sorry if that triggered you. But there's little things that I can do that a lot of people can't. And it's not that I'm better than anybody else, it's just I'm different to everybody else. And everybody's unique in their own way. And it's just trying to find what you're good at. You can go all your life. I met a couple of I met an old lady, very sweet old lady. I said old. She's probably watching this. Sorry. And she's lived an extraordinary life, but she's only very recently discovered what she wants to do in life. She wants to help people, and she's old, old enough to be a grandma. That's her words. But and I think that's a marvelous thing. No matter how old you are, you can find your passion. You and like I say, it's took her whole life to find what she wants to do. But now she's doing it. She's loving life, and it's it's an inspiring thing, honestly. So it doesn't matter how old you are. If you're young watching this, if you're old watching this, if you're middle aged watching this, these videos are for everybody. I sincerely encourage you to pick up, try and find anything creative. It doesn't matter. Just wiggle your fingers, do that, move. Just be free. It doesn't matter what you want. Just as long as you're not hurting no one or yourself, anything is fine. There is no limits. There's absolutely no limits to what you can do. Like, if you, I play games. I've just pulled out this game from my childhood. I haven't played it in like 15 years, but I put it in my DS, and I'm just having fun playing it. I'm just living old times in an old distraction. Video games were my old distraction. I don't use it as a vice anymore. Playing games, I hardly play much anymore. But going back and seeing what, just reliving the old distractions is a nice nostalgic break from reality. But inevitably, you do have to come back to reality and face reality. You've got to do the work. You've got to put the effort in. There's no easy way of doing it. It just is, I'm afraid. But once you do the effort and once you do the work, you're free to live life to its fullest, to enjoy the little things, like doing the voices. Any voice, any voice, any voice. It doesn't matter what voice you pick, my friends, as long as you pick a voice, an accent. It's not doing an accent is not offensive, okay? It's only it's only offensive if you use the accent in a derogatory way. It is only it is only racist or negative if you use it in a derogatory way. Doing an accent is just a bit of fun. Um, let's see what from Glasgow. Glasgow. Oh, some Czechia man can cook. You know, some Czechia man can cook. Or you know, it don't matter what you do. Just make it up as you go. Make it up. Make it up as you go. That it be free. Be who. Express yourself in any way, sex, form. Express yourself. Draw pictures. Draw pictures. And draw pictures. I like to draw. I ain't got me pads near me, but I like to doodle sometimes. I like to draw. I'm not very good, but I like to draw. It's just something to express myself with. Exercise. If you're angry or you got pent up nervous energy, do a bit of exercise. It can only benefit you. Um, yeah. So if you're angry, like just start drop down and do some push-ups. If you're in public, I mean, I'd probably feel a bit awkward doing it in public too, but do it. Make it a thing. We can make it a thing. Make it a normal thing. Like, if you're angry, just give me a minute, mate. Do some push-ups in middle of town, middle of the city, middle of street. Just give me a minute, mate. You're winding me up. Do some push-ups. Right, where were we? Make it a normal thing. We should really encourage normal things like that. Make things like that normal. Just for people just to express themselves in creative ways, even in public. It should be a normal thing, I think. So, yeah. This has been we're 30 minutes now. I could keep going on like this all day, and I'm going to keep making videos today, to be honest with you, because I ain't got much else to do today. I mean, today's free, so it's not going to get a free day. So with all this being said, I do encourage you to be creative, be loose, be free, be moving. It might not be easy at first. You might be terrible at something at first, but everybody's terrible at what they want to do first. Because, don't know a secret. Don't know a little secret. If you made it to this video, and at this point in the video, there's a secret. The people on top that get there on talent, that's not what they want to do. They're not happy because they're not fulfilled. That is not what they want to do. It's like there's a couple of singers that get by on good looks, they get to the top on auto-tune, but they're not fulfilled because there's no consistency. There's nothing. There's no connection to what they do. So, but what they wanted to do, they're terrible at first. Everybody's terrible at what they want to do at first. Everybody is. I want to play guitar. I was awful. I've only recently started getting good at it, and it took years of practice. My drawings get starting to improve because it took years of practice. And like I say, it takes hard work, but it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to feel like hard work. The creativity, like, just pick up a pen or a pencil and some paper and just scribble, draw. It doesn't matter. Doodle. And then eventually, once you get used to it, you'll start picking up on the little lines, and you start putting more details in and work your way through. It doesn't have to be hard or difficult necessarily. It might be hard and difficult, but it doesn't have to feel that way. For the mental health side, yes, the depression and stuff, you do have to put the effort in it. It really isn't easy, but you'll realise after you've gone through it how much of a blessing will be, because you'll learn invaluable tools from working hard. You'll earn and gain things that the way of processing things that are just much more authentic. Like, it's hard to explain, because once you experience these tools, you just kind of live them like breathing. It's like just the way of looking at life. Like a cup of coffee. It is a fabulous thing if you think about it. Like, just the comfort and warmth of just drinking something warm. Especially if you've got a sore throat. Oh, it's marvellous. And I remember sitting here a few months ago thinking, like, grateful for a cup of coffee. Like, yeah, I appreciate having coffee in my life. It's only recently I've really started being grateful for a cup of coffee in my life. Like, because I've stopped smoking, guys. I finally stopped smoking. I'm on these pouches, and they are fantastic. If you smoke, I strongly suggest going on to the nicotine pouches. They start off with the strong one. Like, if you're used to smoking a lot a day, just go straight to these strong ones. You'll suck on them for a while, and for the first couple of times you might throw up, but it's not a bad throw up. It's getting all the stuff from inside your body out, right? And after a couple of times using the strong ones, you realise you'll be able to start taking it out more, in and out, sucking on it, and it makes your body hate nicotine, because it associates the sense of throwing up like that with a horrible taste of just pure nicotine. It overrides your system, like, oh, I don't want this nicotine anymore. And right, assuming you're older than 18, right, and do this, long as you're careful. If on the first, have a smoke. If you have some left, have a smoke, and then have one of them. It is bleh. You should do it because it'll associate this taste of cigarettes with that horrible throat taste as well. So it'll completely put you off smoking, or mostly. I do have one. I've been having the odd one or two on the morning and night, but today I ain't had one at all. I've just been sucking on these, and I've got one in now. I've got one in my lip right here, but you can't see it. They're great, and the tip. And now I've done the super strong ones. I'm reducing the strength to weaker ones so I can get off them as well. Just completely cut nicotine out. But it's a process, like a lot of things. So yeah, you've had an extra 5 minutes of me rambling with a little secret. So yeah, if you want the people that get by on pure talent or not. I mean, there are some. You can be super talented from the get-go and be happy in life and really love that, and that's wonderful. But if you're that sort of person, you're not watching this video, really. Come on. This video is for people that's like I've experienced a lot of pain, a lot of negativity. I'm just showing you what's at the other side of the pain and negativity. It's happiness, it's love, it's light, it's being able to just express yourself freely, and it doesn't burden you. It doesn't create a sense of weight on you. It feels lightening every time you release emotion through a song or a doodle or a picture or a voice or an impression or anything. It loosens you up, it lightens you up, it makes you feel better. And like I say, it's going to take some work and hard work to get through the depression and going through your life and just really coming to terms with what happened and accepting what happened. Like, I can't change the past, but I can affect the future. And in my case, I don't want anyone to go through what I went through. So I'm going to do my best, like making these videos. That's why I'm not in it for profit, to help people. So they don't go through what I've gone through. Or help the people that have gone through a similar situation. Like, probably you that's watching this, my friend. We're all friends here. It's a safe space, so it's going on 40 minutes, so I'm going to have to wrap this up. So if you have any questions or you want to talk to me about anything, put it in the comments, and if you need to talk to me in private, put it in there, and we'll arrange some talk to DM somewhere. And if you're down and you need to talk, I'm here. I'm always around to listen, to help if I can. So yeah. I've got the Fight Against Depression series. Share it if you can. It'll help a lot of people. And yeah, I'm not in it for the likes or the subs, so do what you want. If you like it, stick around for the next one. Go through some of the older Fight Against Depression series. And yeah, I've got some old content, funny content, cringy content. So if you want a bit of a laugh, make fun at me, have a laugh at me, take fun out, take my car to my old content, go for it. Then come up to these recent videos. Not the Fight Against Depression ones, but I'll start making a couple of the normal videos now and again. You can put them on there. Your roasts on them. Yeah, it's all fun. A bit of fun banter, there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, but like I said, a bit of fun banter is not the same as being malicious. It's just I respect you enough to have a go at you, like in a fun way. Because I think you're all as friends. You're my friends. So if you like it or not, we're friends. So I'll see you all in the next one, my friends. Have fun, stay safe, stay well, and at least I cared about you. So I'll see you on the next one.